Hi, I'm Nancy Chin. I'm a spiritual teacher in the Agni tradition, and I'm also the co-organizer of Nadi Leaf Malaysia, and I organize Nadi Leaf readings for clients in Malaysia, primarily in Johor Bahru and in Kuala Lumpur. So back then in 2022, I got to know about this Nadi Leaf, Nadi Astrology, and then later in 2023, I got the opportunity to get to know Master Bhavani, and she helped me to read my Nadi Leaf for me. So, what is Nadi Leaf? So, some of you may have heard about this before, some of you may not know about Nadi Leaf, but Nadi Leaf is actually a manuscript of people's lives. So, they were written about more than 2,000, more than 3,000 years ago by enlightened sages. So, there are many enlightened sages. There are 18 enlightened sages who writes Nadi Leaf, like Kaushika, like Agastya and Bogar, and they all have different expertise. Like some are expert in yoga, some is in agriculture, some is in spirituality, and then for Kaushika, for Saint Kaushika, his expertise in a common man's life. So this is because before he gained enlightenment, before attaining enlightenment, he used to be a common man, a common person like you and me. So he knows the ups and downs of a common man's of a common man. You know what common people usually have to face, like in their jobs, like in their health, in their family, their partner, their children, uh, career, things like that. And why these sages could predict lives of people so many years, so many thousands of years ahead, because they are enlightened. So being enlightened means they are connected to the universe, they are connected to the other realms, and if they go deep into their meditation, they could travel back and forth in time. So, like 2,000 years ago, they could travel 2,000 years to the future and to read the future, the lives of so many people, of you and me and everyone else. So these manuscripts, they are carved on dried palm leaves. So if you're familiar with Malaysian food, these dried palm leaves look like otah leaf. So it's actually brown, long, and narrow. And then back then they were all dried and then they were specially preserved. So that's why they could last for 2,000, 3,000 years until now, for people of the current times to be able uh, to still be able to read them and to use them. And these dried palm leaves, they are kept in temples in South India, in Tamil Nadu. Back in 18th and in the early 19th century, there's a king called King Sephoji II of Tanjavur. He was very interested in the Nadi astrology, Nadi leaf, and the knowledge that it can bring. So he ordered people to study this kind of special astrology. And from there on, there were families of Nadi leaf readers. He promoted the study and preservation of Nadi leaf. And these Nadi leaf readers, they are specially trained readers to study the ancient Tamil language, because the leaves, they are all written in ancient Tamil language. And also they have to study the Vedic astrology, which is an ancient kind of astrology that is used in India. And because these Nadi predictions, they are written in shorthand and they are written in symbolic and poetic form. So these Nadi Leaf readers, they have to be trained for a very long time. They need to master the ancient Tamil language to be able to understand what is actually written on all these leaves, and then to decipher it, and then to maybe translate it so that the seeker or the client, like you or me, can understand what is written on the leaves. So this family of Nadi Leaf readers that I'm working with, they are the 4th generation readers from the Nadi astrology family lineage. These manuscripts are written on the front and the back of each piece of leaf, and they are about 30 or 40 pieces of leaves that are kept in bundles. They are kept in between 2 pieces of wood on the bottom and on the top, and then they are tied together with a cotton string. And each side of the leaf is one person's manuscript. So to find your Nadi leaf, we first need to find your Nadi leaf bundles. So to get your Nadi leaf bundles, we need to get your thumb impression and your date of birth. So for males, we get your right thumb impression. For females, we get your left thumb impression. And for clients who want to read on site, we usually request them to submit their thumb impression and date of birth at least a few weeks beforehand, so that our Nadi Leaf readers could get these bundles from the temples in India and then transport them together with them, take the plane, take whatever to come to Malaysia. And because these leaf bundles, they are kept all over Tamil Nadu, they are kept in many different temples, they are kept by different families. So so if you consider the traveling time, if you consider the time taken to locate your leaf bundles, we actually need some time before your reading to get these bundles to you. And because Nadi Leaf, they are categorized based on thumbprint type. So in Nadi astrology, there are about 108 thumbprint types, and then they will categorize them based on thumbprint type and then based on date of birth. So then if you submit your thumb impression to us and your date of birth, the Nadi Leaf readers could get your Nadi Leaf, could find your Nadi Leaf bundles. And from there, they need to identify which one is your actual leaf. To find which one is your actual leaf, the Nadi Leaf reader will ask you various questions based on what is written on the leaf. And if those information is true for you, you say yes. If it's not true for you, you say no. And then if you say yes, he will continue reading information on that leaf until all the background information is true for you, and then that would be your leaf. If you say no, he would move on to the next leaf and to check if that leaf is yours. The Nadi Leaf readers will ask questions like, does your name start with H? Your mother is alive, your father is still alive, and you have 2 brothers, you have 3 sisters, you're married or you're working overseas, you have children, things like that. So they will match all your personal background information with you. There are 25 chapters in total. All new clients with me, with us, with Nadi Leaf Malaysia, will have to start off by reading the chapter 1 first. So chapter 1 is the general chapter, and it talks about everything about you in general. It talks about yourself, your own career, your own health. Your health is not just physical but emotional and spiritual health as well. It talks about your relationship with your other half, or it talks about your relationship with your siblings, with your parents, with your bosses, with your colleagues, with your friends, and things like that. And it also talks about your family. So it will talk about your parents, and if you have another half, it will talk about your other half. If you're married and you have children, it will talk about all your children. It will talk about your siblings. And then it will also talk about their health, their career, and their studies as well. So basically, chapter 1 talks about everything in a broader sense. And if you want to have more specific information, like your marriage, more specific information about your children, your mother, your father, your career, there are specific chapters for that. So there are 24 other chapters. So for the first chapter itself, the reading duration is about 2.5 to 3 hours. And then for other chapters, they are about 1 to 1.5 hours each. So there will be a lot of information that you will be getting. And I personally recommend clients to record their own reading. Recording can only start after your actual leaf has been found. So you can record it as a voice recording on your phone or anything, or you have a recorder or things like that. You can bring this recorder, and then you are allowed to record it, because it's really a lot of details that that the Nadi Leaf can give you. And maybe even if you take notes, you may not able to capture all the details in time. And if you do take recording, I also suggest that you back up to an external drive, to a cloud drive, or things like that, because there have been many cases that people lost their recording, that people changed their phones, they did not back up, they lost whatever reading that they had before, they did not back up, and they lose everything. Okay, so I suggest that even if you do a recording, do back it up somewhere else. And every time you read a new chapter, you have to go through the verification process again, like what is your name, your parents' name, your husband's name, your brother's name, things like that. And if your leaf cannot be found, it might mean that your leaf bundles were not brought on site, brought to Malaysia. It may not mean that something bad will happen to you. So you may have heard, you may have seen something on the internet. Do not take in whatever the internet tells you at face value. So it might really just mean that the bundles are still somewhere else in some other temples in India, or someone borrowed that bundle and couldn't bring a bundle here, things like that. So we can arrange for some other time to read, to have a reading for you again. So it may not mean that something bad will happen to you, really. If you really cannot find your leaf after several attempts, it might really just mean that you're not fated to have your Nadi leaf read. There are people out there who cannot find their Nadi leaves after trying for several times, but they're still alive. They're still well alive, and they are quite old as well, quite senior as well. They can live a very long life. So it doesn't really mean that something bad will happen to you right away if you cannot find your leaf. In the Nadi Leaf predictions, they will tell you your strengths, your weaknesses, uh, things that you can improve about yourself, and what kind of pitfalls that you have to avoid. So it's like your whole life blueprint, your whole life script, and it gives you a direction. It tells you how you should align yourself to your life path. So most of the clients who come and read Nadi Leaf, they they may be confused about what to do in their life, or they are having a lot of difficulties. They feel that they are trying a lot, they are working very hard, but nothing seems to be working. So be it their career, be it their relationship, be it their health, be it their money wise, their family wise, anything at all. Nadi Leaf will help you to align yourself to your life path. But there are also some people who will say that I want to decide my own life. 我命由我不由天. So it's okay if they do not want to have their Nadi Leaf read. Maybe it's their fate, it's their destiny. Of course, they have they have the right to decide their own life as well. But for most of the people who come and read Nadi Leaf, they feel that they tried their very best to do all they can, to work very hard, to study a lot, and they work very hard as well. But nothing seems to be working, and they seem to have faced a very high wall in front of them. They feel that they've tried all that they can, but it's still going nowhere. They do not know what to do at all. Then they come to read Nadi Leaf so that they are given recommendations. They are given solutions by these enlightened sages. In the Nadi Leaf prediction, they do not only tell you the problem that you are facing, they also give you the solutions as well. So the solution can be actions that you need to do yourself. And there are also solutions that come in remedies. So remedies are like puja, homa, or ceremonies or rituals that the Nadi Leaf readers can help you to do. So if you need to do any of this, the reader will tell you what you need to do, what kind of rituals that you need to do, for how long, and what you need to do about it. But for the actions that you need to take yourself, for me, I would think that you will still have to take action for yourself, because your life has to be lived by you. So all these, the remedies, the puja and homa and rituals, whatever ceremonies that the leaf is recommending, they can only support you. They can help you to clear the obstacles that you do not need to face. They can help you to invoke divine blessings for you. But if you do not take any action yourself, nothing can be improved, right? I mean, you don't take the action, you will not get the opportunities, you will not be getting what the leaf is predicting that you will get. So there are some people who say that they have done all the remedies, they have paid how much, they've done all this, all that, but nothing has happened. So they have only done all the remedies, but they did not take action, right? So no action means no gain, no input, no output. If you do not take action for yourself, even if you get a lot of divine blessings from heaven, from God, or from whoever, even if all the obstacles that you do not need to face has been cleared, your path in front of you is clear for you to move. If you still do not move, nothing will happen, okay? So I strongly recommend that you follow whatever recommendations that has been recommended by the leaf. You still have to take the action by yourself. So today will be a short introduction about Nadi Leaf. If you have any questions about Nadi Leaf, if you want me to cover certain topics about Nadi Leaf or about spirituality or anything else, do let me know below in the comments below. Thank you. Bye bye.